Alrighty, so I'm Ian from Just Drive It, and over here is Duddie. And I bought this from him with these two breakfast tacos.
That's right. I'm selling the Valiant Effort for 2 tacos because I believe that's all it's worth.
Anyway, here you go.
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Just remember, there's a lot of regrets in life, but regrets never come after tacos.
All right, does this look like a familiar scene? Yes, it is. As you notice, we still have the Harbor Freight Deathmaster jack stands in there, but what's absolutely hilarious is we jacked it up off of there and they will not move, so we gotta pry them out. So I guess they did do something right. I mean, all the up and down and bam, bing, boom with the tractor actually set them down in there good, so they're holding pretty good. So today, ooh, sun in the face. We got Judah here, he's gonna be working on it. Yeah. We got Ian over here. I think he's got instant regrets. No. But the person without regrets is standing right here.
It's gonna take a valiant effort to get this thing out of here.
Oh yeah. So we'll see what we can do. We're gonna get us started on this, jack it down, but first thing, we got to get those jack stands out of there. All right, since Ian is opting out of telling you what we're going to do, we have a jack on both sides. And actually what we're going to do is we're going to line the holes up here with where they bolt up to the frame rail, and we're actually going to lower the car down to the K-member. That way it's a lot easier to get to those bolts. We also have the bolts here, and these are the tapered type bolts for the K-member. Thankfully all 4 are here, so we can put these back in. I think it's a 15/16. We have our eccentrics here, the bolt for the shock, which is MIA, but I'm pretty sure it's around here somewhere. Probably just got thrown. So that's going to be the same deal on both sides. One shock. Okay, so we're doing the same thing over here. As you can see, we have another jack here, and we'll just slowly but surely let it down till we figure it's pretty good. We will probably use the Harbor Freight jack stands again as extra, and what we might do, depending on how low we have to go, we may actually put tires back underneath here to act as safety issues as well. So here's one of them. There's the other one looking nice and bored or trying to act cool. Here we go. That's good. Let's go over to this side. We'll let it down a little bit here, if it'll go nicely. Loosen up on yours a little bit, Judah. You letting yours down too? Huh? Okay. Do this one.
Of course it's easy.
There we go. We'll come down a little bit more. All right, I think that's gonna be about where we want it. Believe it or not, we might be able to go a little bit farther. So these need to go back to about right there. And I'm gonna let this one down a little bit more. All right, here, and there we go there. Watch out. Let's move out of the way for a second. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So, what the next thing will be is we're going to see if I can keep them losing my drawers again. There we go. That's as low as that's gonna go, but we'll see if we can start one of these on each side. So we'll be back. Okay, what we ended up doing, since we don't have an engine that's not going in here right now, play with words. Since an engine is not going in here right now, we need to put the K member and everything in. Like I said, we dropped it down. Well, what we were able to do is, if you look over here, we were able to bolt up both sides here with the bolt, and we could move this relatively easy by having it down on the ground and lowering the car to it. Now all we have to do is do the back two, tighten them all back up, and we effectively have the K member back in. And we're not talking about a lot of time here. This is actually a pretty quick operation. First couple times, probably gonna take you a little while. For us, I've already taken one out and put one in twice already in less than 24 hours. So let's see. So as you can see, we just put that one in. I got it started finger tight. Ian's underneath there with the ratchet, and he's already tightening that up. So while he's doing that, I'm going to figure out where I placed the other bolt. I'm going to go on this other side. You can go over in the wheel well and you can see where I'm doing, Rita. All right, that one's in as well. Now you can see by doing it that way, we'll take and go ahead and tighten it up. But having it the way we've got it right now, we're not in danger of it falling off jack stands or anything like that because it's on the ground. So now the main thing is we use the ratchets, we tighten everything back up, and we go from there. We'll be done here in a few. All right, one of the next things that we're gonna do now that we've got the K-frame on here, we actually moved our jack stands up to the front portion of the frame for safety. We also have a jack in the center of the K-frame to give us a little bit safer there as well. My next step is gonna be to install the top end of the shock absorber, put that back on. I know it may not be a good shock absorber, but it'll help when we're taking to try and control how we put everything in here. So I'm going to attach the top, we're going to attach the bottom. That'll help control that low, or help support that lower control arm. From there, I'll put the upper control arm in. The eccentrics go from inside out like as such, and then on the outboard side, on both sides, you'll have your other eccentric washer, a lock washer, and a nut. We have one more right here for the other side, and we'll see how it goes. So here we go. If this was a shock that you would actually want to keep long term, you wouldn't be doing what I'm doing here. However, these are known to be pretty well shot, so I'm not as worried about it at this point, because in the future we will be changing these. We may even change these to my personal favorites, which are the Viking shocks, but any way it goes, it's going to get new shocks regardless, even if there's some cheap ones to start with. The other thing is, it controls this a little bit, and oops, excuse me. And when we come in here, say we grab this like this. Sometimes you got to wrestle with this, sometimes you don't. It really depends on the car. But here we go. There we go. That one looks like it actually may be set on the front. Something you can also do on these, if you don't know for sure. All right, now we know it's lined up, and we can come back in. I keep from dropping it to the back side. Now, on one level, it would have been easier to probably leave the shock out of here, but I find that it controls that lower control arm a little better and helps with everything right there. So let's see, eccentric, there's actually a slot that you can see right here that's milled on here so that it hits and engages with this, and that's what turns it. One of these has actually got to be changed. I got some extras at the house. We'll deal with that at a later date. Let's see, right there. So these, if I remember right, are 3/4. So we'll put that back in here in a second. We got to get this back corner in as well. All right, so here we are having fun. Steering's on here. That actually went on easier right here than I thought it would. Down there we have the wrong pitman arm for that bar, so we had to replace the idler arm, which is there, with the wrong idler arm, but it's right for that bar there. And then this one, yeah, we got a I'll just say we got a little bit of wire running through it to try to keep it in place. We'll see. You know, it may mess up, it may not. We'll see. Okay, now that we're getting stuff looking good, we got tires on, we've got boards in for springs or for torsion bars. That'll keep up the front end a little bit. We came in here, we're taking apart the whole steering column so that we can come up here and we're gonna zip tie this out of the way, because of course, zip ties. Why not?
Fix everything.
Okay, we do have to strap up the drive shaft still, but I'll go grab the strap right now. Right, car's down off the trailer. Had to do it by myself. Didn't really record that part because it was sketchy, but once I got it down, everything was good. I want to say thanks to Noah, the Dodge Whisperer, for the extra lug nuts. Ours were still here, and they're 7/16 instead of 1/2 inch, so that kind of kicked us back a little bit. We got it down here. As you can see, a little bit of hackage to keep the nice little lock for the steering back off, but we didn't mess anything up. We kept all the screws. Everything's good for it. One of the next things that we're going to be doing, and I'm going to do that here in a few minutes, is we have a new glass for this. So we've got to pull the trim, pull the weather stripping, strip all the glass out of the weather stripping, and put the window back in. Believe it or not, one of the things I really like about the Dodges and Mopars over the Fords is their weather stripping seems to survive, where the Fords just tends to dry up and tends to crack. That's where my leaks are on the 65 Fairlane. But currently we have wooden blocks for our nice wonderful springs instead of torsion bars. And yes, you do see that right, I do have that portion wired up. Oh well. The things you do to get a vehicle home at the very least.
Yes. Yep, it's true.
Oh, these smell good. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome.
Well, enjoy the car.
Alrighty.
You will have to give it a valiant effort.
Definitely.
Ooh, yes.
And now time for him to try the sauce.
Thank you. That's got a little picante to it.
Definitely.
Oh, oh yeah. You can already get the forehead sweats going with that. That's fantastic.
Oh, good.
Very good. Thank you all very much. I might have to get a jar of that from y'all. That is good stuff.
Definitely.
And they're native Texas chilies.
Are they the chili patines?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
I love chili patines. That's good.
It's not complete if at least a little bit didn't fall off.
Right. Look, life is messy.
Yes, I can see
But-
that.
You're right, but my life's like tacos. It falls apart, but it always works out in the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same as this.
Oh yeah, this is. Oh, that's got some kick to it. That sneaks up on you really quick.
Anyways, just drive it.